and welcome to this week's edition of North Penn News. I'm Kyle Berger.
And I'm Christy Zabrodsky. In our first story, North Penn High School held its annual homecoming assembly on Wednesday, October 14th. North Penn News reporter Melissa Croak has the story.
The 1998-1999 homecoming finalists took to the stage to introduce themselves to the high school students. Donned in semi-formal dresses and tuxes, the seniors walked down the auditorium aisles to the songs of their choice. Masters of Ceremonies Ashley Bowes and Jason Harris read a short biographical sketch on each of the finalists so that students could get a chance to learn a little about the finalists' personality and interests.
I think it was important that they got to know who we are, because the homecoming shouldn't be about what you look like. It helped for them to see who we were if they have no clue who we are at all, but the descriptions and everything I think were really important, like our background and stuff.
The homecoming assembly proved to be a good practice for the important walk that the finalists will have to do in Crawford Stadium this Friday night.
Been on the football field as an attraction, like for anything. Never played football or anything like that. I don't know what it's like to have that many people looking at me at once, but I'm assuming it'll probably be a little easier than the actual assembly because, I don't know, it's further away. You know, you don't really see the people looking at you. You don't see expressions on their faces.
Come catch all the action of the football game and the crowning of the new homecoming king and queen right here on North Penn Television. North Penn News, I'm Melissa Croak.
This past weekend, the North Penn Marching Knights competed in a regional championship competition held at Hofstra University. The competition included 21 bands in a two-part competition. Preliminaries began in the afternoon and only the top 10 bands continued to finals in the evening. The Marching Knights advanced to the finals to compete with some of the top bands in the East. The Marching Knights had a great performance and proudly placed 5th. They will travel to Souderton to compete this weekend. Congratulations to the Marching Knights.
The North Penn High School Addition project is coming along ahead of schedule. The cool fall weather is allowing workers to complete the exterior work without delay. Almost all of the exterior masonry has been installed, and crews are spending most of their time on the interior of the building. The Audion floor and stage are complete, and workers are installing the heating ducts and electrical system. In the new classrooms, drywall contractors have begun covering the framing. The stairs to the upper floors and welding are ready for tiles. With most of the exterior work complete and the building interior project protected from the elements, crews will spend the winter months working on the inside of the addition.
The North Penn School District has released their 10th day enrollment. The largest class in the district is the class of 2008, this year's 3rd grade, with a total of 1,126 students. The smallest class in the district is the class of 2011, this year's kindergarten, with a total of 871 students. The total number of students in the high school has reached 2,770 this year. The total enrollment for the entire district is 13,181.
Attention sophomores and juniors, application for the 1999 Governor's School for Teaching, Agriculture, Science, International Studies, and Healthcare are now available in the Future Plan Center. This is a scholarship for 5 weeks over the summer. Interested students should see Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plan Center.
35 North Penn High School students have recently been named Advanced Placement Scholars in recognition of their exceptional achievement on the college-level AP exams. Krupa Patel and Sahini Sanyal are the only 2 students from North Penn's class of '99 to achieve this honor. Congratulations to Krupa and Sahini.
Attention again, sophomores and juniors. Picture retakes will take place on Thursday, October 29th, beginning at 7:45 a.m. and ending at 11 a.m. Any students who were absent or need a retake should sign up in the Student Center by October 23rd.
The SATs will be offered at North Penn High School on December 5th, 1998 and January 23rd, 1999. The registration deadline for the December test is October 30th, and the deadline for the January test is December 18th. Late registration for the December test is November 11th, and the late registration for the January test is December 30th.
North Penn High School Theater is conjuring up eerie settings, chills, and thrills as they present Poe's Murder Mysteries and Poems. The collection of Poe's best short stories and poems will be performed on Friday, October 30th and Saturday, October 31st at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased at the door.
Several elementary schools recently had some special visitors. North Penn News reporter Christy Zabrodsky has the story.
Several North Penn elementary schools were privileged enough to have 2 players from the Harlem Wizards visit them. The Harlem Wizards entertained their audiences with tricks that appeared almost magical to the students. After their show of skills, the Wizards selected students from the audience to participate in simple games. One child even challenged the Wizards, saying he was a better basketball player. During these games, students had the opportunity to win various prizes for their participation. Teachers also joined in the fun as they played a game of catch with the Wizards. In the end, it proved a very entertaining day for everyone. If you wish to see the Wizards in action, they will be competing against some of the North Penn teachers in a basketball game at Gwinnett Square Elementary School on November 7th. For more information, call the main office at Gwinnett Square. For North Penn News, I'm Christy Zabrowski. Did you ever wonder how many species of snakes and lizards there are in the wild? Students at Walton Farm had an opportunity to see several species in a recent assembly. The presenter displayed turtles, lizards, alligators, and snakes to the captive elementary audience. The students interacted with creatures of all colors, shapes, and sizes, providing a memorable learning experience for all.
At Hatfield Elementary School, Rob Guarino, meteorologist for Fox 29 in Philadelphia, discussed the science behind weather forecasting. Kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade students began with lessons on the weather and the importance of the rainforest. The upper grade level students learned how to interpret weather map symbols. Mr. Guarino then turned up the heat with a game about math and weather. Each grade level was competing for a chance to visit Fox Studios in Philadelphia. When the game ended in a tie, Guarino announced they would all be able to visit the studio.
Oak Park Elementary School will be hosting their TV Busters Activity Night on October 23rd. Teachers and parents will be working at 13 different stations. The activity night will take place from 7 to 9 p.m. and includes such stations as Cookie Corner, Keyboard Madness, and Creative Station.
Attention all seniors, the Emory Scholars Program is taking nominations for 3 senior candidates. The Emory Scholars Program is a self-nominating scholarship. Seniors must hand in an essay, a copy of their transcripts, and their SAT score. For more information, please contact Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plans Center.
Attention students, there are several scholarships available in the Future Plans Center. The following scholarships are due before the end of 1998. The Prudential Spirit of Community Scholarship is due October 21st. The Jefferson Scholars Scholarship is due October 30th. The Coca-Cola Scholarship is due October 31st. The Tools for Tomorrow Scholarship is due November 6th. The Emory Scholarship is due November 9th. The Horatio Alger Enriching America Scholarship and the Chapel of Fort Chaplain Scholarship are also due November 9th. The Toyota Community Scholars Award is due November 19th, and the American Fire Sprinkler Association Scholarship is due December 4th. For more information on these scholarships, please see Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plans Center.
Here now is a list of scholarships due after the start of the 1999 year. The Ron Brown Scholarship is due January 9th. The Washington's Crossing Scholarship is due January 15th. The Grand Masters Law Enforcement Scholarship is due March 26th. And the Princeton Review Scholarship is due May 1st. Again, for more information on these scholarships, please see Mrs. Chayota Keller in the Future Plans Center.
The North Penn High School Athletic Department invites parents of student athletes to a presentation on athletics at the collegiate level. This seminar will take place on Tuesday, October 27th at 7:30 p.m. in C39. A variety of topics ranging from scholarships to expectations of the college athlete will be covered.
The North Penn School District Board of School Directors meeting scheduled for Thursday, October 22nd has been rescheduled for Tuesday, October 20th at 7:30 p.m.
There are also several committee meetings coming up. On Tuesday, October 27th, the Facilities, Buildings, and Grounds Committee will meet at 4 p.m. The Support Services and Financial Committees will both meet at 6 p.m., and the Special Ed and Student Services Committee will meet at 6:30 p.m. All meetings take place at the Educational Services Center.
In sports news now at North Penn High School, a perfect dual meet season has come to a close for the North Penn Maidens cross-country team. After pacing Council Rock, Neshaminy, and Pennsbury at Tyler State Park, the undefeated season was complete. Sophomore Megan DeSimone and senior co-captain Diane Shillow led the Maidens with first and second place finishes in that race. Last weekend, the Maidens took first place in the Harford Invitational in Maryland. They finished by committee, placing 4 runners in the top 10. Next up for North Penn is the William Tennant Invitational on Saturday.
In the midst of a rebuilding season, the North Penn field hockey team was rocked by Council Rock on Tuesday 5-0. Council Rock is perennially among the elite teams in the Suburban 1 National Conference and was dominant throughout the game. The Maidens have a record of 4-8-1 and has a busy schedule ahead of them to close out the season. The Knights play 5 games in 7 days this week.
Going into the football game between North Penn and Central Bucks West this past week, there was a lot of hype between the two coaches of either team, North Penn's Mike Pettin Jr. and his father, CB West, Mike Pettin Sr. Those two coaches did not disappoint in one of the best games in high school football history. We'll go to Crawford Stadium to take a look at these highlights. It's a very rainy night, but big crowd there, both Blue Crew and Dr. Cotter, cheering on the Knights. First drive of the game for CB West. Dustin Picciotti, you saw him fumble on a 3rd and 2. Number 50, Dan Chang, picks it up. He rumbles, fumbles, and stumbles 68 yards into the end zone for North Penn, disappearing into the fog. They would miss the extra point, but had a 6-0 lead, opening the scoring in this game. Central Bucks West would come back on the next drive in the next quarter. On a 4th and 6, a very crucial play in the ballgame, Mike Oriole finds Dave Edwards out of the backfield, and he is close to a first down. They will measure it, and Central Bucks West, by the nose of the football, gets a first down, and that sprung them a few plays later. Dustin Picciotti, number 33, running over the North Penn defense. 6 yards later, it's 7-6, CB West into the lead. Bad weather was a factor all night as Dave Messerschmidt's snap on this punt goes over punter John Corson's head, turning the ball over to CB West. But that wet weather continued, and Central Bucks West would relinquish the football on the next drive as Dustin Picciotti fumbles, and it is recovered by North Penn. Using the momentum garnered from that turnover, they use the play of the year right here, a halfback pass from Heike Johnson to Evan Fitzpatrick, 17 yards for the touchdown. They faked that quarterback sneak on 4th and 3 to get that play. Now here's the 2-point conversion. Aaron Thomas can't hang on to the football. 12-7 was the score. That would be crucial. Into the second half we go. Dustin Picciotti goes 3 yards for the touchdown. 13-12 CB West after the missed extra point. Then the Bucks try to punt the ball, not very successfully, as Jeff Craig mauls the punter, and the Knights would fall on the football. That would set up this field goal attempt that would have given the Knights the lead. Wes Heinel from 29 yards out, but you saw the ball go right through Clay Kucklick's hands, and Central Bucks West takes over. Last-ditch effort for the Knights. Clay Kucklick fires to Aaron Thomas, but it's picked off by Central Bucks West Phil DiGiacomo, and the Bucks would go on to win 13-12 at Crawford Stadium in a rainstorm. This week, the North Penn Knights face off against the Pennsbury Falcons at 7:30 at Crawford Stadium. The Falcons come in with a 1-5 record, and North Penn should be able to get another win this week.
Both North Penn water polo teams are quietly having astonishing seasons in the water. The boys and girls teams traveled to Wissahickon on Wednesday to face the Trojans, and each came away with a win. The Knights had a rather easy time of it, winning 11-1. Jeremy Bergen scored 3 goals for the Knights in their effort, and the girls' game was a contest a little more close, as indicated by the final score of 5-4. Andrea Umloff scored 2 goals for the Maidens, while Denise LeBold held down the fort at goal. Both teams will be up at Upper Perk Omen this Monday.
The North Penn soccer team picked up a big league win against the always tough Council Rock Indians this Tuesday. After losing to the Rock in overtime earlier this season, the Knights exacted their revenge with a 3-1 overtime victory of their own. Andy Grimm, Nate Webb, and Adam Decker scored for the Knights, and Josh Long made 13 saves between the pipes. North Penn has a record of 7-8-1 and will be at Truman on Monday.
Without top runner Zach Webb, the North Penn Knights cross-country team had a rough time against competition Wednesday. The Knights beat Neshaminy 20-42, but lost to Council Rock and Pennsbury in the quad meet at Tyler State Park. They have a dual meet record of 7-3 and will be at the Suburban 1 Championships next Friday at William Tennant. And finally, the Maidens volleyball team spiked their way to their second victory of the season with a 2-game sweep over Abington. North Penn was led by Beth Ligori, who had 19 assists and 3 kills. Jody Salerno held defense together with 17 digs. The Maidens are 2-7 and will play Lansdale Catholic this Monday. And that's it for this edition of North Penn News. For the entire North Penn News team, I'm Christy Zabrodsky.
And I'm Kyle Berger. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned. Sports Night is next. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Sports Night. I'm your host, Kyle Berger. Joining me on today's program are Tiffany Huff and Zach Webb, both members of the cross-country teams here at North Penn High School. Tiffany, we'll start out with you. Just give us a brief synopsis of your season and your record so far.
This season we're 14-0 and we're undefeated in our league. We're doing good and hope to improve more.
Zach, guys team, how are they doing this year?
7-3 this year, which is I like because considering the circumstances we're under with returning varsity members and seniors.
Now, what did you think the difference between this year's cross-country team and last year's team? You obviously lost Matt Antunes, among others, to graduation. How have you guys dealt with those losses?
Last year we had team killed everybody, not to be boastful, but this year we came in, we had 2 returning varsity members, lost about 75% of our varsity, and we knew it was kind of a rebuilding year. And we just wanted to work with the younger guys and work them up so they were in shape for next year. And they could have a decent team next year. Not that we're not decent this year, we're doing great this year, considering the circumstances, but other than that, I'm happy.
Okay, Tiffany, girls' team is almost the exact opposite of what happened to the guys' team last year. You didn't lose too many people to graduation. You have a good crop of young runners for you this year.
Yeah, we only lost 3 varsity members last year, but underclassmen have come up and seniors have improved well, so our varsity's strong again this year, as it was last year.
Both you guys run winter track and spring track along with the cross-country season. What is the main difference for you guys as far as running cross-country as a change of pace?
The main difference just is the mileage. We do a lot less in spring and winter track. In cross-country, just a lot more miles.
Zach, if you could point to one thing at both ends of the spectrum, what would be the best aspect of cross-country and what would be the worst aspect of it?
Cross-country, you gotta love the unity with the teams, and you really bond with, and it's really a team effort to win. And more along lines with winter and spring track, it's more individual, and the focus is on you just winning your event, and the team comes second.
Okay, Tiffany, your opinion on that?
Cross country, it's a team thing. It's you win as a team. It's not individual. It's top 7 runners for varsity, and it's more of a team thing. That's what I like most about cross country.
Up next for you guys, you have leagues, then districts, and then states. How do you look to perform there?
Well, since we're undefeated this season, hopefully we'll win leagues. And districts, we should do just as well. Hopefully we'll win. In states, who knows? We're improving, so hopefully we'll do well.
Okay, Zach, how about the guys' team for leagues, districts, and then on to states?
We're crossing our fingers for districts. Hope we'll cut states, but leagues we should finish well. Probably 3rd, 2nd, and I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Now, for you personally, do you look to continue either cross-country or just track in general when you move to college next year?
Definitely. Definitely going to do cross-country and track, just as an activity and stay active in college.
Do you have an idea of where you would like to go?
I'd like to attend Maryland University.
Okay, Tiffany, cross-country in your future for you?
Maybe not cross-country, but track, definitely. Hopefully I'll run at Bloomsburg or someplace like that.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of Sports Night. I'd like to thank Tiffany Huff and Zach Webb for being on the show today. Best of luck to them as they continue with cross-country in this postseason. Till next time, I'm Kyle Berger, and I'll see you at the game.